Hey, welcome back, Knife Nerds and Everyday Carry people. It's the Big Canucker here, and I'm coming at you with an electronics everyday carry video here rather than a knife video. And I gotta say, damn it, this is number 7 that I've tried to do this video. 7th time's a charm. Started on Friday, and it's just, damn it, these AirPods are absolutely fantastic. They're the Apple AirPods Pro. I got them for Christmas from my wife and my children. And why it's taking me so long to do this video is every time I shoot this video, I open it up and it connects to my camera and it shuts off the recording, or it did shut off this other one, and it was just driving me bananas. So I was shooting this video here, just about done it, and then my camera had tilted, didn't realize it, and most of the video was out of frame completely. So let's do it again. Okay. First thing you got to say, if you're an Apple fanboy like me, you'll know that Apple cares about its packaging just about as much as it cares about its product inside. So it's always a joy to open up these apples, and this is no doubt that they did it with this too as well. So it's just such a nice form-fitting lid. Now inside you're going to have, of course, your designed by Apple in California. This is going to be all your documentation, your warranty, your manual, stuff like that, troubleshooting guide. But most of this stuff I see online and I watch videos, so I'm going to put that aside for now too as well. Now, this is how it comes packaged. Now, it doesn't come packaged like this. This has a caseology case on it because I did not want to have the normal case just by itself. And you can see it's a nice white shiny case underneath there, but I wanted to make sure that it was protected from day one because these are very, very important to me. Not only because I got them from my wife and my children, but I also like them quite a bit. And my wife went through the trouble of having them engraved. And it's just such a sweet little sentiment. If you'll notice here on my forearm, I've got a tattoo. And just to kind of explain that, it says Duo Fio Unos, which means two becomes one in Latin. And there is a bull for me because my name is Angus, and there's a cat because my wife's name is Catherine, and it's kind of a yin and yang surrounded by some Scottish banding there as well because we're both Scottish too as well. So that is what's on the front here. It says Duo Fio Unos, and that's the only thing about this case. I wish I had perhaps cut it out, and that may be something I'll do in the future because I really, really dig this case. So let's also the packaging here. You pop that up, and you've got yourself the ear tips because this product comes with ear tips now, whereas the old AirPods does not. And there's actually 3 different sizes: a small, medium, which is on there, and then a large too as well. And so I'm actually going to probably switch one of these. The left one I do believe is larger than my right one, and I'm going to probably keep the mediums on the left or the right and put the large on the on the left side. And they're very, very handy to take on and off. I'm just not going to do it right now. Now, it comes with a Type-C connect on one end and a lightning cable on the other. And you can actually plug this into your USB charging port, provided it has USB Type-C. And then in the bottom, you've got your Apple lightning plug. And I wish Apple, for goodness sakes, please go with Type-C all the way across the board. Seems to be the industry standard, and I would appreciate it very, very much if you took care of that there. Big shooters. Now this one here has not been penetrated by this lightning cord. Sounds vaguely sexual. And the reason is because it also has wireless charging, which is absolutely fantastic. I love wireless charging. I just set my phone on it, set my charging on the pad, and boom, Bob's your uncle. She's charged up. Let's just see here. She's starting to move here again. Ugh. I'll be damned if I'm going to shoot this video an 8th time. So, people, please forgive the fact that she's a little bit goofy here. All right. So, let's just see here. So these are tremendous headphones to listen to as well as everything else about them. I'm a complete Apple fanboy. This is my personal phone that I use all the time. I've also got an iPad Pro, which this hooks up to seamlessly. And I also have, what's being shot is my wife's old iPhone X. And so this will hook up to that just like nobody's business. And all you have to do is just, once it's hooked to all three of them, if I just have my headphones in and I want to listen to a video on my iPhone, just push play and it automatically starts there. I shut that down, close it up, take my iPad, push play on the, say a video or a song, and it automatically transfers back and forth. And that's part of the reason why I love Apple so much. All their products are so seamless. We are an Apple family. My wife actually ended up accidentally getting an Android. She likes to be an independent woman. She said, get myself a new phone, and she told me what she's getting, and I tried to explain to her, even though it said on the little thing there, iOS, I was telling her, it's not Apple software. So, the wife has an Android now. Once her contract is up, we're going to switch her back to another iPhone. That's just a little bit of a tangent. And yeah, so let's get on with these. So now you've got 3 different listening modes with these. Actually, maybe even 4. Active noise cancellation, which is when you put your earphones in, any sort of ambient noise, your earphones read that noise and they send a signal into the speaker of the AirPods to cancel out that noise. So if let's just say the best way to kind of experience that is with these, if you press and hold the stem for say 2 seconds, it toggles between the active noise cancellation and a transparency mode. And the transparency mode is it uses the little speakers that are on the stem or on the AirPods, and it allows you to listen to your ambient noise. So if somebody's got steps, somebody's walking up behind you, you can hear them. So now if you want to really experience this active noise cancellation, put the AirPods in your ears, especially if you've got a little bit of a loud vehicle, and start driving, say out on the highway or just on a road at a regular speed, and you can hear your engine hum. Then you just simply toggle and press and hold the toggle until the active noise cancellation turns on. You'll hear a little beep, and it's like the sound just completely disappears. It's such an odd feeling. It's all of a sudden like your vehicle turned into an electric vehicle. That sound will just completely disappear, and it's such a great feeling. So you've got the active noise cancellation, the transparency mode, which, like I told you, it allows you to use your, let's just see, I think, now the microphones used to be on the bottom. They're no longer on the bottom. I think one of these, I think they're either there as your microphone or even on the bottom is your microphone. So one of them is your microphone. And so they're no longer on the stem, but the microphone does such a fantastic job. If you're listening to this video and you're familiar with my YouTube channel, you'll have noticed that oh, look at this thing. It's just driving me crazy. It keeps falling down. Don't know what else to do to tighten that up there, folks. You will notice that the sound sounds quite different. It's because I'm not using my AirPod Pros to shoot this video. I'm actually using some Skull Candy earpods or earphones, and they're not quite as good. So, all right, back to these AirPod Pros. So now the other really nice thing that you've got here is you've got little vents inside here. So when these earpods with the little cushions on them, when you actually put them inside your ear, they're supposed to seal off your ear canal, and lots of times you end up with like a little bit of a pressure inside there, and sometimes it's a little bit of an odd feeling that takes some time to get used to. Well, they've solved that by just putting little vents inside here, so when you actually push the AirPod in, it's going to allow it to vent, and you're not going to get that little feeling too as well. So you've also got, now the other way that you can listen to these is called spatial audio with dynamic head tracking. And that simply means is you've got your AirPods in and you're listening to, let's just say this big connector thing here, or let's just say, hey, you're listening to something on your phone. Well, as you turn your head, it'll get louder on this side and quieter on this side, and then back and forth. So it's like whatever video you're watching is kind of in the room with you. So it just tracks through little sensors inside here, the movement of your head, and it just makes it kind of makes it really, really neat. Now, I do not listen to my videos with that all the time. I'm going to, most, in some of the videos like on Netflix and stuff like that, they've already got the spatial audio built right into them. I just like listening to the headphones in on just transparency mode, because when I'm in the house, I'm watching a video, if my wife talks to me or she tries to sneak up on me, I can bust the bitch. All right. Now, some other things about these wonderful, wonderful headphones are the fact that you've got, on each one of the stems, you've got no buttons, but it sounds and it feels like there's a button. So when you press this, so now the old ones you used to be able to tap. So you tap twice to stop it or pause it or play it. With these ones now you just simply squeeze the base here. Now, there is no active button there, but there is a little bit of a force sensor inside there. So you actually press it, it feels like there's a click because there's a click that's inside your ear. Now you press it once to play or pause or to answer a phone call. Press twice to skip forward. Press 3 times to skip back, or press and hold to toggle between active noise cancellation and transparency mode. And then of course you can use the Hey SIRI. I don't want to say her name because as soon as I do, it'll automatically shut off my recording, because I am recording on the iPhone. So you can use that. Now, the only knock on the controls here that I wish that they had changed is I wish that they had put a volume button here somehow. Whether there's a sensor on the outside that you could be perhaps, louder, quieter, something like that, or even, so the only way to change the volume on these now is to do it manually on your, say, your phone or your media, or actually ask SIRI, open her up and ask her to change the volume to a certain volume, and she'll do that way too as well. So, although not the most handy, these are extremely handy, and I love them very, very much. I was a huge fan of the old Apple AirPods, and now I'm even bigger fan of the AirPods Pro. Now, they are quite pricey here in Canada, the States, but hey, sometimes you get what you pay for, and these are wonderful headphones. Wonderful, wonderful headphones. They are the best headphones that I own, and I own some Beats, and I own some other things too as well. And it's not just, I'm not saying these are the absolute best ear quality or listening quality, but for my lifestyle, I love the size of them. I love the fact that it seamlessly goes from all of my Apple products, lickety split, and with a minimum of fuss. Now, they are sweat and water resistant, which means you can, if you're working out with them, you shouldn't have to worry about them, or if you're walking in the rain, but don't go swimming with them because they're not waterproof, okay? So the IPX4 water resistant, all right? So now they are extremely light too as well. They're 5.4 grams or 0.19 of an ounce, and they're not extremely huge either. They fit, comfortably in my front pocket of my jeans, and that's normally where I carry them. I've also got a different carrier. If I don't have them in my jeans, I put them in my bag, and then I put a little bit of a leather circle case from an old set of Beats that I had, and that protects them even more, okay? So let's just see here. So the case themselves is 45.2 millimeters tall, or 1.78 inches. They are 60.6 millimeters wide, or 2.39 inches. And then here, thick, they're 21.7 millimeters, or 0.85 an inch this way. Now, these, of course, because it has the Caseology case, you want to add a couple millimeters and all those, but still more than comfortable to go inside your front pockets. Now, the other thing here too as well. So on a single charge, you're going to be listening to about 4.5 hours of listening time with the active noise cancellation and the transparency off. because those particular modes require a little bit of extra power. With those on, you're probably about 3.5 hours or so listening time, close to 4. But I've had no issues with these in the month that I've owned them. They're not inordinately short. They work extremely well for me. Now, the case itself also charges. And so with the case, you've got about 24 hours of listening time and then about 18 hours talk time, okay? Now, if you happen to run your headphones, your AirPods Pros down to 0 charge or pretty darn close, if you pop them in your case for 5 minutes, that gives you about an hour of listening time or an hour of talk time, which I think that's fantastic. There's no needing to put them inside the case and let them sit for hours and hours and hours. 5 minutes gets you an hour, okay? So, would I recommend these? I would absolutely recommend these, especially if you are... Oh my goodness, this thing here fell again. I am so sorry, guys. I'm not going to shoot this video like a 10th time here because this stupid thing keeps falling. But would I recommend these? I would absolutely recommend these 100%, especially if you're an Apple person. If you love Apples or love Apple product, I would definitely. I mean, you can see how easy there. Just pops up, tells me that I've got 100% charge there, 92% in my little case. And that's what I love about these so much, is the fact that they seamlessly integrate between all my Apple products, and the quality of them is fantastic. The quality of the workmanship, the way they're designed, how smartly they're designed, the listening, how good a music sounds, how good talking sounds, answering the phone, all that stuff I think is fantastic. It may not be the best in the entire world, but right now for me, they're the best for me. So, appreciate you guys stopping by and having a listen to this video and my review of these Apple AirPods Pros. And I do apologize here for this stupid camera here kind of falling out of the way. I'll get that taken care of here shortly, so I won't have that problem for the next video, but I just wasn't going to shoot this a 10th time. Now, just as a little bonus, I just wanted to kind of show you this that I discovered on my Apple. This is an Apple Plus, 10 Plus, I think is what it's called. But I just wanted to, I found a little shortcut, and I will leave in the direction, in the description, I'll leave the little link to how to do this. I just think it's so cool. So when I plug my phone in every time, it does this.
Thank you, Big Papa.
It says, thank you, Big Papa, every time I plug it in. And I'll leave the shortcut how to do that. Please, please, everybody take care. We're not out of the woods yet. Please, if you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up as well as subscription. And now, once again, please take care. Keep your shiny side up. Keep your stick on the ice. This is the Big Canucker saying adios.